I don't feel like working today.
I really don't feel like working. What do you want to do?
You know what we should do? We should go take a walk around the building. There's so many changes. We're expanding so fast, and there are a lot of new faces around here.
I don't think I know every single person here.
I think it's been like 4 years since we did a tour of the building.
Let's go introduce ourselves.
Yeah. So since we're expanding so fast and we have so many new people, let's do a little tour of the building.
Let's start at the start.
All right.
So in here we have accounting. This is Karen. She's an important one because otherwise we don't get a paycheck. So we try to keep her as happy as we can. And then normally sitting over there is Maurice, but she's on vacation right now.
All right, so let's keep going. In this office, we have Nora, and you guys will know Nora as our receptionist. So for the next couple of months, she's actually working on some special tasks. So she's moved up here. And then normally we have Carrie Lynn here, and Carrie Lynn is the jack of all trades, and she keeps us all going on our computer systems. So in this office, we have a couple of really important people that you'll talk to regularly. Right here is Abby, and she's our CDRS and our evaluator manager. So you'll talk to her a lot when you have questions. And then over here we have Jared, and Jared is our dealer account manager.
Ew.
So normally in here when she's working is Tara, which is pretty rare, to be fair.
I like to get around. So in here we have some of the most important people you'll speak with. This is Mackenzie, and he is our dealer support person.
Howdy.
And right in here in a shared office, we do have Balin, relaxing, waiting for your phone calls. And as you'll see, his office is a little bit under construction because we are expanding right now and making a lot of changes.
So when we get to the back side of the building, you'll see why this used to be a window and is no longer a window anymore.
Yeah. And then guys, we're gonna go right by this next office, which is Russ's office, but we're gonna sneak by a little just so he doesn't know what we're doing at the moment. So come on. Nothing to see here.
So in here we have tech support. We have Josh, who if you ever have an issue, you probably talk to him, as well as Dylan. And then Hanson usually sits right there, but he's MIA right now.
And wow, this is the cleanest I've seen their office in a while. And then out here, just to show you, it's a little cold right now in Canada, but we do have an amazing deck that we can spend time on our lunch breaks. We have a great view of the
grills. And then the view, whenever the river's not frozen over, is just beautiful out there. It's a really good spot to not work.
And then if you come this way, we have a little bit of an employee area where you can sit and have your lunch, some vending machines.
We have our label printer. We just purchased a new one, so that's soon to be our old label maker, sticker maker.
As you'll see as we walk around, there's a lot of things under construction and being updated. So again, we have a little employee lounge area where people can take a break and relax. So right in here we have Tyler, and he is our Tarsus brand manager, so you may talk to him if you're looking for the break.
How are you?
Fantastic.
And then in here we have Gary and Carrie Lynn. Gary deals a lot with any programming challenges and kind of our tech stack at the company, integrating some of the programs that we utilize. And Carrie Lynn deals with our ERP in SysPro. In here we have Eli, who's our brand new production manager. He's taken over the job for Frank, who's retiring here shortly.
So right now Cody is out, our president, but we can take a quick peek in his office. He does have a nice setup. This is his area.
Okay, and here we have half of our product development team. So we have Shay facing way down, and then we have Jacob right there. And down here we have our conference room, which we do a lot of our shooting here actually for our other videos.
So if you come across the hall, we actually have HR's office, which is Bree currently. Bree was covering Robin's maternity leave, so she will be leaving us shortly, and Robin will be returning. But this is the HR office.
So the office you don't want to get called to.
Don't want to get called. It's like getting called to the principal's office.
And then finally down the hallway, we have Justin, who deals with some really exciting projects that we haven't released yet, and we're not at the stage we're going to talk about them. But he's working, he does a lot of the programming kind of behind the scenes. So this is kind of where the construction begins. If you remember our last tour, none of this was finished, and we're in partial finishing right now. So if we go over here, we have the electrical department in here. So if you notice from our other video, this is all of electrical. You have way at the end, quality, and then over to the side, you'll have Natalie's office, who manages the electrical department. And then this is quality for all of our electronics. And then if we come down, this is Natalie's office, who manages the electrical department. All right, in here we have the other half of product development. Again, this is also a wall that's backing a lot of construction, so things are a little bit chaotic. That's my desk. And then we have Corey, who does our CAD work. And then we have Patrick, who's not there right now, but he's the manager of our quality program here at SureGrip. So since you're about to see all the construction going on, we need a place to house all of the fine men and women that are helping with that. So this is where, when they're not constructing, they are planning and gathering tools. And then through here, we have our additive lab. So in here, if you ever get a custom item from us, or a lot of these are used for prototyping and product development, we have 2 resin printers, and then we have 2 Onyx printers. So they print a carbon fiber chop, and then we have 2 small CNC mills that do some of the graphite cutting and some of the smaller cutting that Tower Machining uses, which we'll show you here in a bit. So in here, this is
Wait.
watch your ear, you want to hand?
Jeez.
In here we have our newest addition, second story of our addition. This is where we're going to put some of our R&D systems, jigging for our testing, as well as product development's going here, and then some of tech support is going up here as well.
There's a lot going on in this section. If you'll see right through there, that's where Ballin and Mackenzie are.
If you remember looking at Ballin's office, that was Ballin's window. So you got to put your safety glasses on, because we're going down into manufacturing, and we don't know what they're doing down there yet.
Why'd you give me the silly looking ones? So come on downstairs and we'll show you what goes on.
This is kind of where the actual work happens at the company.
I would beg to differ.
So down to our right, we have what we call tower machining. We do a lot of in-source jobs. So we have a big CNC mill. We have a EDM, a wire EDM, CNC surface grinder, and we have an injection molding machine, which if you get any of our plastic parts that are molded, there's a pretty good chance they came off that machine. In here we have the first level of our new addition. We're moving a lot of storage in here. We're also moving some offices and things like that down in here that are more production related, like quality.
I'm sure, as you can see now, we're expanding fast.
We have our air compressor. We also have an oven if we need to heat treat anything. And then we have a tumbler for any parts that we need to deburr for over a long period. We have another machine we use on a daily basis, so we don't really use that one that much anymore. But
We caught Pierre working.
in here, we have what we call the R&D bay. It's also shared with our retail division if they need a lift. To your right, we have some welding stations.
And I found our welders on break.
And right now we're on break, so everyone's hanging there.
Not wearing safety glasses.
Except for Pierre, he never takes a break.
Pierre never takes a break.
He never takes a break.
This is the rare time you'll actually get Pierre on video. In here we have our CNC shop. This is what we use. If you get a hand control from us, it's hit multiple machines from here. So we first have a CNC cutter. So that's a bandsaw that cuts a lot of our bars and stuff to length. We then have a CNC mill right here. And we have our CNC lathe right there. Then if we go all the way down, we have our water jet machine over here. I see you changed your safety glasses.
I found new ones.
Of course you did. So coming through here, we have a bead blasting machine. So that's what we use to clean up all of our parts. If there's any rust or anything before we put them through powder coat, we run them through that first.
This is my favorite department over here, powder coating.
So we have powder coating over here. Anytime you see a device from us that has that black finish, that's run through our powder coat. We also have a washing machine right to your left that washes parts and puts a rust inhibitor on them as well. And in here we have our conventional machine shop. So this is for anything that's kind of lower volume that doesn't make sense to put on a CNC. We have a big turret lathe, we have a mill, we have some drill presses.
So down here we have a couple of offices. So we have Blake's office, and he is the production supervisor. And he's in here with Frank Dolan, who is the production manager. And then over here we have Tammy, and Tammy is our shipping and receiving.
We have shipping.
So shipping's actually changed a lot in the last couple of years. We've made a lot of improvements in here. The one thing that hasn't changed is Charles. He's been here forever.
So if you look through here, we're still in the process of streamlining a little bit, but we have 2 shipping lanes. which allow us to obviously, as we've increased in volume, this has allowed us to stay up with packing the boxes and getting them out accurately. We were also in the process with our new ERP as far as labeling and standardizing all of our boxes that hold the parts that get packed. And then if we come all the way down, once everything gets boxed over there, it gets put on a cart and brought down to here, and then the FedEx truck comes and takes the boxes away. All right, and coming through here, we have assembly. So after all the parts get made, they go through powder, they get pre-assembled, they get brought here, and this is kind of where hand controls are born. As well as a lot of our other orthotics and devices. This is the final assembly and final testing that everything goes through.
So maybe one of the biggest changes we've made in the last year or so, this used to be our electrical department, if you remember the last video. And now it's our brand new Sugar Grip Atlantic showroom. So come take a look. In here, you'll see Pat Belding, and he is the man behind Sugar Grip Atlantic.
And then in here we have Nick. He deals with a lot of the scheduling of customers and making sure everything gets done right. Kind of a jack of all trades, but mostly a service manager.
So we also have a student here with us for the next few months. So we have Tara here, and she is working as reception for the next several months. So you'll be talking to her, I'm sure, a lot. So this is our brand new showroom. We do also have a great customer lounge, but we do have customers in there now enjoying it. So let's go take a look at the last few additions we've made.
Yeah, we still have one little area to go, and that's everything.
Yeah. So if you follow us through here, we have a brand new wash bay.
And this is where a lot of our retail jobs that don't require a lift come, and then after the jobs are done, we always give them a wash, especially with all the salt that we have in the roads in Canada right now. You think?
We've been gone a while.
I don't really want to go back to work.
Me neither. We probably have to, though.
Thank you for coming on the tour. Hopefully you found it a little bit different than our last tour.
Put some names and faces together.
Tara, where are you? Tara, help!
I guess it's time to go back to
I
work.
guess it's time to go back to work.